This is Brien Campbell, and this is Prove It Week 4. First thing, type in sudo su, right there, sudo su, password, and it came back as root. And when I did who am I? Then it says make a new user called admin, which I did right here. Admin, add user admin, so I created an admin right there. And there's the home admin. And I made up some false information there. Okay. Next, it asks me to add admin to the sudo group. Actually, no, it adds me to do the get int. There's the get int. There it is, get int. And I am listed as admin at the bottom, right there. Let me get to the bottom. Right there, home, admin, bin bash, right there at the bottom. Okay. Next up was log in as the admin. Do who am I, and there's admin at the bottom. Next up, try to add the admin to the sudo group. Well, it didn't work. I tried the command it said to do, which is right here. It said permission denied, and then I tried sudo add user admin. It said it already exists, and then I tried sudo add user admin sudo based on something I did on the internet, and it says it added user admin to group sudo. I'm hoping that's correct. Okay, next up was it says type su and enter the name of your first login to switch accounts. Type who am I, you should see your username displayed. And that's at the very bottom, spinny. That's my username. Although I logged into admin right there. Wait a minute, it might be on the next page. Let me look what I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay, at the bottom of the next page, I did the su and then the spinny one and then the who am I right there, spinny one. Okay. Answer the following questions. How can the man pages help administration learn more about the commands? Well, typing add user, brings up a very detailed instruction page giving many options for setting up a new user. By reading the commands, you can determine which command matches what type of user account you want to create. Much of what I read I did not understand. That will come with experience. The man pages reference it is not the only way to learn. A Google search is much more likely to explain the process in a way easier for me, anyway, to understand or to elaborate on what the options you can read about a man actually do or mean. In your own words, after viewing the man page for getInt, summarize what it does. Linux needs to access various database files either locally or on a network or internet in order to do various tasks. For example, when a user clicks a web link, the operating system needs to access a database called a domain name system in order to translate the words the user typed into an IP address. There are databases for various needed services. These are lumped together in what is called the name service switch libraries. The getInt command will return information about specific databases. The man page lists ways to get specific information and what command to use to get that information. As an example, you might want to use an alternate host database. If so, you can use the command getInt-s-service, then name the service that you want to use as your alternative database. It's a bit fuzzy for me right now, but that's to be expected after just a few weeks. Okay. Number 3, navigate to your home directory by doing cd and home, and then I did that here at the bottom, and then I did touch welcome, and then I opened it with vi welcome. So then the next screen is the welcome file within vi, and then I put I did insert, and I did the quick fox jumps over the dog. Okay, and then I did still in insert, I put the brown and the lazy in. And then I hit escape, I did the WQ, and I quit, which saved the file on back to my login, or prompt I should say. Then I opened the welcome file in VI and got this page right here. So that's my welcome file reopened. Answer the following questions. List 4 commands and capabilities within the VI editor. I, switch over to insert mode, :WQ, save and quit, :Q, quit, and escape, switches to command mode. What are the 2 operational modes, command and insert mode? Some people call insert entry mode. Okay, number 5, using terminal to determine the command you would use to change the date. So I thought, well, let's just hit info and date, and man and date, and I got a whole bunch of information, which was way more than I asked for. And I tried, after doing a bunch of research, I tried date-s with a specific date. It did not work. So then I got some more reading done and found that there's another command I could use, which was the time date CTL. So I infoed that, I manned that, I Googled it, and I tried every way of getting my date to work, and none of them would ever work, no matter how much I thought it was correct. So I finally changed and settled on a new date of September 21st, 2020, and when I tried that, suddenly it worked. I'll show you that in a second here. Close that. That's just info about the date, the 2 date commands. Okay, so I finally got it down here where I tried to enter 1967, didn't work. Tried it again with the time date CTL set time 2020 9/21, all under sudo. This time it did work, and then I was able to set the new date at the bottom there, you see. So then I rebooted the system. Strangely, it didn't come back with the same date, but it didn't come back with today's date. It came back with March 20th. Don't know why, don't know what happened. So it did not survive the reboot. Then I manually changed it back to today right here using these 2 commands, both the time and the date. Alright, then I did the print env, and I did it from within my home/spinny1 directory, and I'll show you what I got. So I got the home spinny1 right there. I got the language, the English US. The shell, there was no shell listed under that one, and term said Linux. So then I thought, well, let me change it back to root. So cd/, then I did sudo print env, which then showed shell bin bash, and I'll show you that on the next page. So that is right here on this page, right towards the bottom right there. And why are environmental variables important to Linux? Well, they're important to Linux because they define how the environment will behave. Users can change these variables in order to change how Linux operates, and therefore they form a base of operation for specific uses of Linux. These variables affect the entire system, including programs and operations, and not just the shell that you're in. Thank you.